Hello friends, welcome to Skills for You at Girija. This is the fourth episode in the series for capacity building and enhancement of language teaching tools. In the present situation, where teachers and educators across the globe are moving towards online teaching, listening skills takes a far greater significance. A kid in the classroom to a CEO in the boardroom must listen. We as educators need to appreciate that learners have to tune in and tune out to different types of listening in short spans of time every day, and effective learning outcomes are expected. There are several types of listening. Let me take you through to what is active listening. Active listening involves attentively to understand a speaker's message rather than passively hearing the words spoken. Focus here is on what the speaker is saying, the emotions conveyed, listeners' thoughts towards the speaker, the obvious message, and what is hidden between the lines. Well, here is a great activity to make students realize that active listening is a skill that strengthens positive bonds, and they are the cornerstone to success. Based on the level of the learners, the activity can be redesigned. In this activity, the class is divided into two groups. Group A must step outside the class. Teacher instructs that each one must prepare to tell a story or relate an incident to their companion from Group B. Teacher instructs students in Group B inside the class that when the activity starts, they should not speak at all. They must pretend not to listen. They must raise their hands when they think of something else when their companion is speaking. Group A and B are put in pairs. Student from Group A relates a story. Companion student from Group B plays out the instructions given. After that, the class is regrouped and a discussion is initiated. Prompts are given by the teacher. How did the speaker feel? Why? How did the listener feel and why? Was there any interaction? If yes, how? If no, why not? What could be altered to make this activity meaningful? Students discuss their experience and share what it feels like to listen and have someone listen to them. Now, listen to the next activity. Try active listening here. Pass my message is another interesting activity, and the objective is it is important to listen well. Students stand in a circle. A word, phrase, or sentence is whispered into a student's ear. For example, the sentence is, "We must listen to what the speaker is saying." The student relays the message to the next student, and in the circle it goes on till it reaches the last student. The last student will then say the word, phrase, or sentence they heard out aloud for the entire class to hear. Often what is heard is quite different when it reaches the last student from the real message. Teacher then initiates a short discussion with some prompts. What happened to the original message? Was it easy or difficult to hear the message? Why do you think it might have been difficult? Probable responses could be, it was hard to hear because the person was whispering. We weren't making eye contact. Or students were distracted, they were laughing and talking. Difficult to remember without a proper context. Let's try to analyze this. Why is listening to others important for us personally? Why is being listened to is important for us personally? Why is listening to others hard oftentimes? How can we show that we are listening to them? The bottom line, friends, here is you must listen if you want to be heard. At this point, I would like to emphasize on two aspects. First, when learners understand the importance of active listening and participate in all activities with honesty, then learning all other types of listening is far easier and produces amazing results. Secondly, in our conventional classrooms, teachers' talk time is more than the learners. This must change. It's a great idea if the teacher practices what is called silence out. Teacher needs to set an example. Teacher needs to silence out. Teachers need to wait for the students to process and add information or convey a message. Learners understand that you expect their response and respect their message. Learners will follow this when it is their turn to listen. Well, friends, hope this was a great listening session for you. Do drop a comment or suggestion, and I promise to get back with more engaging and easier to do tasks and activities. In my next, I will take you through with activities for comprehension listening. Until then, happy listening, happy teaching.